Well, it's a great privilege to be here. And I know full well that with the support of Councillor Judy Partridge, support of Narinder Nan, and certainly the Mayor, this wouldn't be possible. So a big hand for those other councillors. You know, it's I've always had great support across than being invited to this event tonight, celebrating Onam. And I would say that the invitation itself isn't the most humbling piece. It's the warmth that you show when I walk into a room. It's the love that you show amongst your community. It's these qualities that make me energized and want to be here every function that you have. You know, Hamilton is an ambitious city, a loving city, but we've had our warts. You know, and I've always talked about, I grew up in a small town in Northern Ontario, a little town called Elliott Lake, a mining community. Not a lot of diversity. But I can tell you, when I moved to Hamilton, it was an eye-opener. It was like a kaleidoscope. It was like looking at all the different colors that made this world so wonderful. When the Indian community come to Canada, you didn't come for one reason. You came for many reasons. But when you came with a commitment to make life better for your own families. You made a commitment that you would contribute to this society in every which way that you can. And I can tell you, there's no exception to that rule. Susan, where's Susan? Susan and Benoit. Mr. President, where is he? Where are they? Here are two staff people that work at City Hall that are second to none in their performance and quality of work. And we look forward to this kind of quality from your community every day. I can tell you that a number of years ago, I was dealing with a very difficult issue. And it was flooding, major flooding that was taking place in the neighborhood. And who showed up to champion the solution? Susan. Where's Susan? Susan worked with the community, she worked with the neighborhood, she gained their confidence. She is just an absolutely wonderful person. Susan, thank you very much for all you've done. I have the greatest admiration and respect for the work you do. So these are just small tidbits of contributions that each and every one of you do and make to this community and to this country. And that's why I am so proud. You know, being here celebrating Onam and the province and the various foods and the pageantry, the colors, the drums. Like that beat? Give my big hand to the drummers. And look at all the smiling faces of the young children and all the many different colors representing the provinces in India. And I think about how rich we are, how fortunate we are, how lucky we are to live in this wonderful country of Canada. I look forward in the near future to continue working on the prosperity, the wealth of this community through networks like you, each and every one of you. I want the youth, have your attention for a second, I have all the young children in this room. Just listen for a moment. The reason why I see so many smiles in the faces of these children is because of the nurturing that your parents provide you. So give your parents a big hand to your parents. Yes, it's the parents who are making it work. And lastly, I want to say, you know, there's been some warts and there's hate in different areas and dark corners of this earth, of this country, and yes, of this community. But often I say that we don't fight hate singularly. It reminds me of a soothsayer that was showing me where the strength of diversity is by taking a twig. And he says, this is how vulnerable we are when we stand alone. He took the twig and he broke it. But he said, if you want to combat hate, then you take all the diversity and make a big bundle of twigs. It cannot be unbroken. That's this community, that's you, that's everybody. Let's work hard. Thank you for having me. I love you all.
We have received $358,000 from City of Hamilton.
Community. I am proud to make a presentation to Mr. President for the full value of $358,000.